If you still believe that the evolution of the soul is about merging with the source and bypassing the limitations of human nature, let's be honest and sort this out. The esoteric system is often built on the idea that the soul develops through repentance, atonement, endless practices, attempts to break through the ceiling of consciousness and escape beyond the limits of the human mind. But there is a fundamental flaw in this construct. It devalues the very fact of incarnation. This was written about as far back as 2 centuries ago. In the tragedy Faust, Johann Wolfgang von Goethe depicted a man obsessed with the thirst for absolute knowledge. Faust wants to break through to the original source, to go beyond the limits of the body, morality, and experience. He makes a pact with Mephistopheles because being human is not enough for him. He needs more. He goes through passion, destruction, the tragedy of Gretchen, and the attempt to access the transcendent. But in the end, his salvation is not connected to a mystical breakthrough or a victory over the nature of reason. His salvation lies in action. In the second part of Faust, he directs his energy toward transforming the land, draining swamps, creating space for people to live, and rationally organizing labor. This is not an escape from the world, but a deep engagement with it, realization, creation. Goethe does not say, the soul evolves when you leave behind what is human. He shows something different. The soul fulfills its path through work, responsibility, and the material embodiment of intention. Faust becomes aware of the limits of human reason. He understands, yes, there are boundaries, and in this life they cannot be expanded infinitely. One can seek knowledge, one can strive, but it is pointless to burn up your entire life trying to break free from the structure of which you are a part. We live on Earth, in a body, in an economy, in systems. And if the soul evolves at all, it does so through tangible realization, through projects, through business, through technology, through things that improve people's lives. Not by escaping from matter, but by transforming it. The paradox is that the most enlightened often avoid action, but it is action itself that is the test of maturity. Not an astral projection, but the ability to take responsibility and see things through to the result. The soul does not evolve in a meditative trance for the sake of the trance itself. It evolves when an idea becomes reality, because embodiment is the very point where spirit and matter meet. I am Alexander Kudashev, and I work with entrepreneurs at the intersection of energy, neuroplasticity, and strategy. We work with the brain to go beyond outdated logical constructs and goals that no longer inspire. We find a higher meaning and translate it into a concrete project, not just for money, but for fulfillment and inner evolution. Getting out of an existential crisis is not an escape into mysticism. It's when your next project becomes an extension of your soul.